Hello, welcome to Central Florida Salute. Once again, we're at the AmVets Post 2006, Linda J. Roberts Post, and I have a Vietnam veteran with me. I just met you the other day.
Yes.
His name is Kevin McCabe. Kevin, I met you down at the Band of Brothers, which you remember. You want to tell me a little bit about yourself, where you're from originally, and when you went in the Army, right?
Yes. I was raised up in New Jersey until I was 17, 18. I joined the service up there, went to Dix, and for basic and AIT. Then I went to Fort Benning, Georgia, to airborne school. And then I went to Fort Campbell, Kentucky. And during that time in Kentucky, we stayed there until almost the end of the year of '66. They split us all up in July of '60. Some went to Vietnam already, and the rest of us went up to Fort Devens, Mass. And we were only up there for a week, and they sent us home to get ordered and send us overseas. So I went over as an individual. I didn't go with a group.
Oh, really? According to my notes, you went in at 17 years old?
Yes.
So your parents had a sign for you?
My mother did. Right? My father had passed.
Oh, okay.
2 years before that.
So you wound up in basic at Fort Dix.
Right.
Then you went to Fort Benning, Georgia. I've been up there. They have a big museum in there.
Yeah, I haven't been down here in years, so the only thing I remember about is the tower, the big tower.
Yeah.
That is still there.
Yeah.
They take us up and drop us.
They also had like a where the World War II guys would meet at like a
Yes,
yeah.
an amphitheater.
Yeah, it's quite the museum. I went up there with a bunch of people from the villages. But so that's where you started to learn how to jump out of a perfectly good airplane?
Yep.
I never understand why, but
Because we got paid for it.
oh.
Times were hard back then, you know?
Yeah.
To get $65 an extra a month was fantastic.
I've heard that said before by other guys, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That put me out at $105 for the month. We weren't making big bucks.
No.
And we had to pay for laundry, stuff like, so the stuff we had to buy, or cigarettes, unless you get the C rations, then you get them for nothing. That's where I learned to smoke most of my time.
So you were in Massachusetts for a while, right? Is that what you said? Correct me if I'm wrong here. Oh, no, you went down to...
Fort Devens. It was Fort Devens, Massachusetts.
Yeah, okay.
We were only there for a week. They sent us up, and the guys got loose around bunkers and turned the commander's car over. I said, 101st, get out of here. I wasn't involved in it, but I was 101st, I had to go. I went home, did my 30 days, and my leave ended just about before Christmas. My mom said, call California, see if you can stay. They said no. I said, okay. No problem, I'll go. I wasn't trying to get out of it, I just figured I'd take an extra week. It's Christmas. And then when I got out there, they said, who called from the East Coast and wanted to take an extra week? I never said a word. Wasn't me.
Deny.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And
So after Fort Benning, that's basically jump school and everything, right?
right?
And right after that, they sent you over?
No, I went to Fort Campbell. After jump school, we went to Fort Campbell. Stayed there almost a year.
Oh, okay.
All right, we were signing with companies and stuff like that.
What did you do at Fort Campbell? Training mostly?
Yeah, more or less. I was a supply clerk, but I never worked in it. Never worked in my MOS.
What'd you do? Take the week off or?
So they just, I was driving truck, and driving and stuff like that for the Army. So, it was a good thing. Going out and pick up the troops after the jump, stuff like that. Going to the prison, going to get the guys in, some guys coming out. It was pretty decent.
Yeah.
One time, I guess it was in February. They had a snowstorm in Kentucky,
Yeah.
and they wanted us to jump. I said, I'm not jumping. It's winds are over 40-some miles an hour, and the law says it's 35, you don't jump. I said, I'm not jumping. He said, get sharp. You know what? I went on the plane first. Me and a buddy. He's from New Hampshire. He was on one side and I was on the other. We just sat there. And he said, stand up. Everybody else went. We got to the door and just sat down again. Never jumped. And a lot of guys got hurt. I knew it was going to happen. I said,
Did they discipline you?
I did some KP for a little bit. I ran a lot. Yeah, it didn't hurt me.
Yeah.
You know, it just made me a better person. You know, and as soon as the weather changed, you know, well, next week I jumped. I had, you know, wasn't always afraid. I just wasn't going to jump in 45-degree weather.
Yeah.
Winds. That's something you don't do. You get dragged all over the wall. So that's not in this song. Like I said, I wander. I had a very interesting life in the military.
Sounds it.
I got into Vietnam. Went to S4. It's a supply unit, per se. You pass, everybody gets the clothing, the food, and the stuff going out to the movies and stuff like that. So I was working at that about 30 days. And I started carrying a Bowie knife. And that's not a legal weapon. Turn it in. Nobody's going to take it. So, but I went and I tried to turn it in. And they said, no, you can't do that. It's not a military weapon. I said, what do you want me to do with it? He says, put it in your duffel bag, lock it, and just forget about it. That's what I did. And I went to KP the next morning, and the sergeant that ordered me to get rid of it went and cut my duffel bag open. And that really topped me off. And I chased him. You know, not putting her up, but just, you know, that's private. You know, I mean, it's not a whole lot. Just a little bit of clothes, my pictures and stuff. But I got an Article 15 out of it, and I went out to the field. I never got out of it. I never went back to the company. I was with Charlie Company 327 for 3 months, 50 Deuce headquarters Recondors for 3 months. I did some Tiger Force work. I did some of the other guys in between. And because I was a radio op. I was learning. That wasn't my MOS. But I became very efficient at it. I never hurt a guy or a man, so I got very good at it.
Okay.
And I spent 9 months, and it's not on record.
It's not on record?
Not on record. I'm fighting that one. I'm still fighting. You know, where is them 9 months? You know, when I was with these guys, you know, for 3 months, that's a long time to be with somebody and not having an awareness. You know, where you at? You know, I became an orphan in the Army. And that's true. I became an orphan in the Army. I got injured, went to the hospital, and got sent home. So I never got my stuff, my duffel bag, my clothes, my pictures, my cameras, nothing. It's all gone. So my memory, you know, people like, you gotta have pictures. I don't have pictures, and most of the people that I was with.
Well, we do have one picture we're putting in here. So you're standing by the flag.
Oh, in Washington, D.C.
I don't know where it was from. He sent me.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was.
Probably at the band when you were with the Band of Brothers. Too.
Well, I'm still band member. I'm vice president. So
You say you're in Vietnam. There was something in there about
the prisoner.
a prisoner. Yeah.
Yes.
You want to tell us about that
Okay.
that story? If you.
We had a captain like to go out around dusk, you know, just go walking, take a walk around, and we drop guys off along the field that we were in to see who would follow. All right, so I was already on the mountain. I wasn't going down on that. And they jumped him, brought him up top, put a rope around him, gave him to me. What am I supposed to do? You know, so all night long, he moved, I kicked him. He moved, I kicked him again. And he got even with me in the morning. They said, come on, you got to come down. The guy talked. We got him to talk. He was a lieutenant in the NBA. Went down off the hill, And the funny thing about that hill before I go is we booby trapped it when we first left it. And we couldn't remember where we put all the booby traps. So we're tippy-toeing around, you know.
I would think that's something you'd want to remember.
Yeah. Well, people don't believe that, but we did. We forgot, you know. So everybody planted their own, so there's no map on it, you know. And anyway, we got down off the mountain, and they had this stuff like a hooch. You know, it's an open thing, you know, on top, you know, with some bamboo and then you got the wall, you know, not wall, but an opening, and framed out. And I'm standing there and I'm watching my guy, and every time somebody walked by something, his eyes would get big. What the hell's the matter with him? You know, his eyes just get so big. And I said, And somebody goes running up, Kevin, come on, you got to come over here. You know, I said, okay. Forgetting I had a rope on this guy. I took one step. The next thing I know, I felt a tug back. When I stepped back, boom, I got the mine.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's how I got my mine. I said, you know, I had a good relationship with my medic. He, 2 days before that, I tripped over some barbed wire. We were on a fire, you know, we were in a combat, and I tripped over some barbed wire, I had my legs all cut up. And I say, you know, I just canceled that thing. Purple Heart for me for the poor. I said, I got the real one now.
Yeah, because they can't see it here, but you lost part of your leg. But,
yes, I lost it below the knee. I've had 13 surgeries on it. It hasn't been easy, but I never let it get me down.
No, I noticed that. You got that good smile about you, brother.
I've been a truck driver. You know, I did everything I wasn't supposed to do. I still do things I wasn't supposed to do.
I don't doubt that.
You know, I mean, that's what keeps you going. You can't give
yeah.
up. You know, you gotta have a smile and do what you gotta do. And I love the Band of Brothers. You know, I'm there at 10 o'clock in the morning setting up. Ain't nobody coming until 2. But I got it all set and ready. I get a lot of help from the Rising City Fire because everything's in the back. So some of them will help me carry it out. Others just watch me carry it out.
So after you recovered, they sent you home? Is that it? You were done with the Army?
That was the end, yep.
And what did they do with that prisoner? You had a prisoner that tugged you.
I did not know
he
for
didn't get
10
hurt?
years.
When
They built the wall. I went out to the wall when they first built it, and I met the guys that I was with, some of them that was still around. And I said, you know, hey, you know, I hadn't seen him in 10 years.
Yeah.
I didn't know it. And I talked to him. He said, well, we're going after my prisoner. I said, we took care of him.
Okay.
I was looking for
That's enough of a said about that, right?
That's it. That's it. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
It made my day.
Yeah. So you visited the wall in Washington? Is that the wall?
Yeah. Oh, for the first dedication.
Oh, yeah.
And then I went back again when they did the nursing monument behind it. And then I just went now on the honor flight. But I wanted to see the World War II and the Korean thing.
You got to see all that?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
I'm going to tell you a little story, you know.
Okay.
I went as a guardian,
Okay.
you know, on an honor flight. I paid my whatever it was, $4.50, whatever it was back then. And I got a World War II veteran. And of course, we stopped, like, you know, you did the same, right? Right at the World War II was the first one. Mm-hmm. And there was 2 young ladies there, airmen, Air Force.
Oh, okay.
I walked over and said, hi, I'm Bob Peters, and I served in the Air Force. I says, I've been here before a long time ago when I was at the wall, but I can't remember where the wall is. You know, because now I'm at the World War II monument. I don't know where it was. They said, "Oh, we'll show you." So one of the ladies grabs the wheelchair and starts pushing it, and I'm walking along with this beautiful young lady, and all the other guardians are pushing their veteran, and I'm walking by with 2 pretty girls and going, "Hi, how are you?" I loved it. I loved it. You know, but yeah, my first time to Washington, I was down there in business. I did not want to go to the wall because I didn't know anybody I was with, you know. But then later on, I went with my VFW post, you know, because you know. But anyway,
I didn't know. I knew one guy that was on the wall until I got there, and then looking at the names in the books, I said, "Whoa, there's more than I thought."
Yeah, I knew about 8 or 10 that I went to school with.
Man.
You know, and one of them I played, 3 of them I played football with. You know, but yeah. And I know a guy who was on. I was fortunate. I was supposed to come home. If I was in Utapau, I was supposed to get on a plane and come home, and I got bumped off. Somebody had a medical emergency. Come back the next day. Well, that plane crashed at Wake Island. 11 guys got killed.
Wow.
Yeah, one of them was my sergeant, you know, and they're on the wall, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But anyway, enough about me. It's more about you. So.
It was, I did a lot of artillery work, but I got pretty good at it. And one lieutenant was teaching. He's ready to go home. And they was just put me with this company. I said, okay, so he was going to teach me. You know, I know it's a 3-man team. Now he's the only man there. And this lieutenant says, I'll take care of you. And he said, I could only give you for a week, and then I'm going. I said, okay. So he taught me a lesson. I mean, I learned a heck of a lot. He showed me if you're on the gun line, you ever heard that, the gun line? You stand, you see that shell come right over your head, up in the sky. I mean, that was just good. Wow. I don't think many guys realize that you could see them. And I don't know how far away from the gun, because we didn't hear the gun go off, we just heard the bullet come, the shell. I've seen a few of them. That was pretty neat.
So after you came home, what did you say? Where'd you go to work? What did you do?
Well, I had to finish healing.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't go anywhere. I wasn't doing it. I wanted to finish high school. 'Cause I quit in my 11th grade. And I wanted to finish it up, get my, so I knew I wasn't going to go anywhere, but as a trooper, they're not going to hire you for that.
Well, yeah, you gotta have at least a high school diploma.
Right, and then I finally got it, but it was 5 years later. I wound up getting married. Met my first American lady. She got with child, and I married her. It's a long mistake. Lasted 5 years, but nothing you can do about it. I spanked her and sent her on the way. She got mad at that. I spanked her. She said, "You know my father." I said, "No, I'm your husband." And you did wrong. So that ended.
Yeah, well, those things happen.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me none, But she was having an affair, and I chased her boyfriend because he was an idiot. But
So anyway, what did you do for? Do you have a job up there? Or?
not at first.
First.
Coming over, I was telling you guys that got sent to a school to repair music instruments.
Oh yeah.
Saxophones,
Yeah. I got a cousin who does that.
Yeah, I was learning. I got pretty good. It was pretty interesting. But I had to get out of Jersey. It's just
There's a lot of people who want to get out of Jersey.
Yeah, I did not like it anymore.
Nothing against Jersey. Nothing against Jersey. Do you play any instruments?
No.
No, you just
I can't
repair
even
them.
sing a tune.
Okay.
But that didn't stop me.
No.
I blew in and made noise, it's fixed. Some big name rockers and stuff like that, the trumpets and the saxophones and stuff, they're very baby them. But then they get mad, they dent them. Beat on them. Throw it away, it didn't work right. We had to fix it. But it was a good try, but I wasn't able to sing it. I left Jersey because the school that's the only one they had in the country. It went away. And I went to Pennsylvania. That was during the early part of '70, when the hippies was moving and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Was it peace, love, and togetherness? That's what it used to be in the 70s, right? It's peace, love, and togetherness. Now it's like,
Well, I
Never
had a
mind.
house in Jersey, and I was going to, I wanted to sell it. Then I could buy this farm up in Pennsylvania. I offered a bid on it. I said, okay, we'll take it. That's fine. Then I sold my house, went up there. He wouldn't take it. He said he got it. He sold it for another $5,000. I said, that's illegal, He said, I don't care. Sue me. I said, no, that's it. I left, went to West Virginia. Never stayed in Pennsylvania. And then down there we had the hill.
so you're moving your way down this way. You got,
Yeah, I eventually wound up in Florida one time. We were looking for PTSD problems. I was very pitiful and stuff like that. I was
oh yeah.
wanting to come out. It was time to come out of the woods. I was hiding, and I went to Fort Lauderdale. My mom lived down there. So I stayed with her. We went looking. I went down there and I said, "No, you're wrong color." I said, okay. And I left and I went to Colorado. Got help out there. I spent 2 years with this nerd. It took a long time, it took almost a year before I even talked. I'd go every week, 3-4 days a week. Wouldn't say a word, just sit there and thought, well, how am I going to do this? What are you going to think and everything else? And then I finally found what I was looking for, and I get the bottom piece of God. You got to accept anything, you got to accept God, and I finally got it. And then I started.
Well, I'm glad you did, because you got a good sense of humor here, I'll tell you. Got a nice smile. But yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of strength from within to say, I got a problem and deal with it, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of people don't deal with it, but
That's what got me in with the Band of Brothers. I was talking, I seen.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and, like I said, and I was watching them, listening. I used to turn to my wife and I'm going down with the Band of Brothers. Because I knew I was getting help. They were good. Them guys were helping themselves. So that's what drew me to the Band of Brothers, and that was back in 2019, 18. No, that's somewhere because I bought my house in 2009. I'm sorry, 2009. I got there 2010 and 11, and I'd come every 2 to 3 months. I'd come out and just I wouldn't hang out. I wasn't drinking. I gave it up. I was getting too much trouble. So.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you don't need to get any more trouble than you're already in.
Oh yeah, I mean, I finally got that too.
But you got to see a lot of the world. And I guess from what I look at, you get to see some of the Ho Chi Minh Trail.
Yeah.
It's not a tourist.
stories about-
It wasn't a tourist tribe.
Yeah, well, you would. I would drop bombs on them. I'm on one side of it, and I didn't know what it was. And I'd throw a few rounds into there and wake them up. They'd fire, and then they'd go back. Oh, you got to cease fire. I said, why? It's friendly. I said, no, it's not friendly. It's just the enemy. No, you're not fighting. It's a free thing. They're allowed to be there. If they was in Cambodia, it was right there, and we were here. I didn't look at no border.
Yeah, there were no signs, welcome to.
No. So, I mean, I would yell, you made me come over here and fight a war, and you're protecting them. What the?
It was kind of a messed up deal.
Yeah, it's.
But I'm glad you got your shit together. I mean, I'm glad you got your. I'm glad you got it all together, brother.
Yes, sir.
And so, as Al says, you're living the dream in the plantation, right? I mean, excuse me, the villages.
That's true.
That's what Al says, yeah. But living the dream. Yeah.
It took a little bit to get used to it, but it was pretty good. I'm still there.
Yeah.
Still with the Band of Brothers. I plan on running again as vice president of the village, or Lake Sumner chapter, the northern chapter. So,
Yeah. Okay.
my
Well.
wife won't let me be president. Too many changes. I said, we gotta go on over there. We gotta go in Joey.
Well, listen. I'm glad you came home. Welcome home, brother.
Thank you.
And I'm glad you're doing well and living the dream in the villages.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you for coming on the show. Do you have anything else you might want to add to the show before we go?
No, but I heard you tell these guys if we know anybody wants to come down, let them know, and I'll put the word out. I know a guy would love to talk.
Well, yeah.
Let you know. Everybody has a different story.
Central Florida Salute on YouTube. Come on over.
Yeah,
You know,
so,
they know how to get a hold of me.
okay.
You know?
I do too. I got your card.
That's right. Okay. That's it, yeah. That's it. Yeah. Well, I'm a not-for-profit too, you know. I mean, I'm under the Florida Arts and Media.
Okay.
A guy named Bill Suki he's not a veteran, but he did a documentary called Wings of Freedom. The Wings of Freedom, all about the lady pilots from World War II. You know, and he has a deep appreciation for military also. And when he found out that I was trying to get started doing a salute as a YouTube channel, he said, well, you come under mine, so now I'm a not-for-profit, you know. And
Okay.
any money we get, we pass it on to. And it's all about service, sacrifice, honor, and educate.
That's it.
So I'm very proud of what we've accomplished, my partner and I, over the years. And if you got some friends, comrades,
Yeah.
you know, you got my card.
Okay.
Thanks again, brother.
Thank you.
Hey, now listen, I'm going to sign off.
Okay.
You ready? You know how we do it because you watched over there, right?
watched.
Did you pay attention?
Yes, I did.
Okay. To all our veterans out there, our active military and their families, we salute you for all you do. Till next time. Today I'm at AMVETS Post 2006, a major sponsor of Central Florida Salute, and I want to introduce to you the commander here, Ronnie Mack. Ronnie, tell us a little bit about AMVETS 2006. Where are you located? And
we are at 500 North Canal Street, Leesburg, Florida. It's right off of 441, between 441 and Main Street on Canal. Can't miss us. And we're a veterans organization, along with, we have an auxiliary, and we have sons of veterans that are related some form or another to a veteran. And we do a lot for a lot of charitable donations and stuff to charities in the area and in the county. And we're a major sponsor to Central Florida Salute. We're proud of it. We're glad to be. You guys do a heck of a job, and we'll sponsor you as long as I'm here. We're going to sponsor you. So.
well, I'll tell you what, we do. Sue and I really appreciate it. We're a two-person operation.
Yep.
And what we try to do with education and supporting our veterans community, and you supporting us is major thing. It's major.
We're glad to do it, Bob. We're glad to do it.
And you have sons here, you have auxiliary here. You've got a website too if somebody wants to join.
Yep, it's don't punch into www. It's amvets-2006.org, and it'll take you right to our website, Facebook page, and all that's there, and you'll be able to find that. The webmaster, he tries to get the calendar on there every month, anything pertinent. There's a lot of other links on there for veterans to find out where to get help for certain claims and stuff like that. Our webmaster's really into that stuff. That's the guy you ought to be interviewing right there. So,
well, you know what,
he's got
Ronnie?
a lot of stuff.
You have a lot of clout. You tell him to talk to me, and we'll get him on the show. Okay?
I can do that. I can
All
do
right.
that.
But I just want to, on behalf of Sue and myself, we want to thank AMVETS 2006 because you guys are the major players behind us, and we appreciate it.
But we just wish we could do more. We really do.
Thank you.
Thank you. You guys are awesome.